Anyway, yeah, 2 different races. If I want to be really good, you know, I have like these different options because I have a fully geared gravel bike, even though it's only 11 speed. I could train on this, which turns you into a complete monster as far as hill climbing, which is actually where it matters most. Or, oh, and then race on the gravel bike that's geared. And oh my God, can you imagine? You ever get back on a geared bike after riding single speed? Everything's so much easier. And the Texas Hill Country race is going to be really hilly and for 300 miles. You know, but then I'm also caught in between. This bike has way more tire clearance, but then, which is better for gravel nowadays. But it also has it's also way, I wouldn't say it's way heavier, but it's heavier and older, and so, you know, real risk of cracking the frame or something like that. I don't know, kind of stuck. Okay, it's gonna get technical here for a second. Put the camera away. This is nice, little Jeep trail. Oh yeah, so the hill country race is like 70% pavement. So I don't need monster tire clearance and all that stuff. You know, front suspension. But yeah, if I want to be like Matthew Vanderpool and train on single speed and then race geared to be the best. But then, you know, do I want to be the best? Just riding single speed is freaking cool, period. But will it be too hard for the hill country race? Because that is steep. But then you can always just walk. Okay, we're gonna do the turnaround. Here we go, going under Highway 6. It's basically a freeway at this point. All the birds. Climb this hill. All right, we're at the gas station. We're gonna go in and get some water. I'm gonna cool down in the breeze here just for a second so I don't go in just dripping in sweat. And another thing is, with this bike, I could, even though the frame's 30 years old, it's actually got the bones to be an extremely modern gravel bike, in that it can take a double chain ring, and that's a 48 on the front, so I could do like a 48 34 or something like that, and then a wide spread on the back, and with a mountain bike front tire, right? And then I bet I could cram in a 48 in the back. Maybe, I don't know about a 50, but a 48. So it's got all the makings of an actually fast bike. The thing it doesn't have is disc brakes. But in all the gravel riding I've been doing, I've found that I don't really mind one way or the other. It's not like we're mountain biking, you know. And yeah, all right, let's go in and grab some water. And I guess while I'm cooling down, I'm dripping. The other thing about the knife I wanted to show y'all is it's this thing called skeletonized. So if you carry a knife with you where you're going to get wet or sweaty, you get stainless steel. This is what I recommend. And the skeletonized, where you can see like right through it. And then what happens is it doesn't hold on to water as sweat anywhere near as bad when you forget to rinse it or clean it off, or you're going for hours and hours and hours. And then when I get done with my ride, I rinse it off with water, and then I've been carrying this one for years and years and years. And look, no rust. It's pretty cool. 511 also has a nice one that's a little bit thinner, and but you can get these almost anywhere. It's pretty cool. All right, let's go inside, and we're gonna top off that one with water and add more water to this fuel bottle, and I think we'll be good. Here we go. Yeah, so the only, I wouldn't even call it a downside, because there's an upside I'm about to tell you about, is of this watch, it's pushing heart rate to here from my wrist. But if I go for like 30 seconds to a minute or something like that out of range of this bike computer, it loses it, and then I have to reconnect it. I have to go through some menu options and reconnect it, where my other Garmin watch would just reconnect automatically. But on the other hand, the fact that this thing quits pushing heart rate when it's not connected to a device anymore actually saves battery, because sometimes I'll push heart rate to a device and then I'll forget to turn it off for a day and it drains the battery. So it's kind of like here or there, what do you call it, one way or the other. So it's just interesting. I'm gonna try to get across this road. There's a cop sitting, like, you can't see him, he's like right over there. I may have to come to a full stop. All right, we're here at the gate that yells at you. But I'm gonna rinse off my camera lenses and my sunglasses real quick. It goes like, intruder, intruder. But the guy's nice, I met him. It's pretty cool. Let's rinse this lens off. That helps a little bit. And let me rinse off my sunglasses, be right back. All right, so I'm thinking the hump in the arch support, keeps my, sets into my arch and keeps my foot from sliding forward. It kind of holds my foot in place like a little upside down saddle. And it keeps my, toes from forcing themselves further into the front of the shoebox. And then with the slightly oversized shoes, half a size, full size, slightly, then here's our motorcycle gang. I'll still have that room, so it's like the best of both worlds. So over the railroad tracks. And it's gonna get a little technical here, so I'm gonna, well, can we try it? It's not, sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's better. All right. So there is a shoe company named Bont, like Bontrager, but it's not, which is unfortunate because I have a Trek store in town, and but anyway, they have a wide toe box, like a rounded wide toe box. That's their thing. And that would be ideal, except I don't know what size, or I can't try them on. I don't know. I guess I could look on a map and see who carries them somewhere. But these shoes are now pretty much discontinued, so they're $50. And then that plus a super feet insole solves the problem. I'm saving a lot of money I could use for something else. Woo! How's it climb? We're gonna turn around up here. All right, we see if we can do this one-handed. I don't know. You can't tell on camera. This gravel's usually mushy, which will throw you over the bars. Anyway, the other thing is, for gravel riding, like I said, I like a nylon sole because then they're not as rigid. So when you find yourself walking, they flex just a little bit. And the problem with carbon ones is they just don't. And then you end up clip-clopping, and it's really difficult to get up a climb and walk around in them. I've got a lot of carbon road shoes that are like that. But then nylon doesn't give you the support that you need.